Sad news. RIP Ron Howard / he finally left us forever / goodbye Ron Howard. Hope keep watching for more details. Hi guys, what's up? My name is Alana. Welcome back to my channel. Like this video and enjoy this video. Don't miss the main topic of this video, so let's start the latest update. Born on March 1st, 1954 in Duncan, Oklahoma, Ron Howard is an unassuming man whose talent for filmmaking has made him a household figure in Hollywood and in the hearts of countless viewers. From a young age, Howard was destined for greatness. His acting career began in earnest when he played O.P. Taylor on The Andy Griffith Show and The Tender at the age of 6, launching him into the hearts of audiences across America. As Howard grew, so did his passion for the art of storytelling. He haunts his craft both in front of and behind the camera, from playing roles in programs like Every Day to directing television series episodes to becoming a renowned director assembler. One crucial event that propelled Howard to fame in the movie industry was his directing of the 2001 biographical drama Beautiful Mind, which exhibited her talent for narrative and was based on the life of Nobel Prize winner John Nash. The picture not only brought him the Best Director Oscar, but it also won the coveted Best Picture award in 2002. A Beautiful Mind's success marked a turning point in Ron Howard's career, since it cemented his status as a director of emerging potential and catapulted him to the top echelons of Hollywood's elite. While Ron Howard's professional accomplishments are widely known, the film's victory was a monument to his perseverance, ingenuity, and ability to capture the human spirit on film. Counting the Howard's love story began in their teenage years when they were both juniors at John Burroughs High School in California. From the moments they met, it was clear to both that they were destined to be together. Ron Howard once succinctly stated, "I met her and the rest is history." His personal life, particularly his enduring marriage to Shore Ali, frequently takes center stage in his narrative. Their great connection was obvious in the way they spoke about each other even in later years, demonstrating that the flame of their love had never died, as they reenacted their first days by watching a movie and eating a pizza. Ron's life was fundamentally impacted by a Stephen backer of his aspirations, who not only stood by his side, but also made appearances in his early films. Darren's action is evidence of her constant support for the company's creative endeavors. The fact that Ron and Shower's relationship persisted through the difficulties of first love and the inevitable hurdles of starting a life together is proof of the strength of love, devotion, and clear communication. Early on in their relationship, Ron Howard and Cheryl faced the difficulties of adolescent romance. Initially, his parents were worried that Rick's obsession with Cheryl may cause him to neglect his duties. To allay their worries, they restricted Rick's time with Cheryl to 1 or 2 days per week. Ron Howard and Cheryl came up with creative ways to spend time together. Ron began going to church to get around his parents' restrictions, and later he devised a clever scheme to join the cross-country team in order to spend more time with Cheryl. In one memorable and amusing incident, Ron went to Dr. Charles' house during his purported training sessions in an effort to sneak in some time with his beloved. He even set out on a mission to find Cheryl's house. Ron's persistence and lifelong commitment to Avenger of the Sheriff's affection would come to define their relationship. The turning points occurred while they were on the Ventura Freeway on-ramp in an uncertain financial situation, as you are for a moment. Ron Howard's journey to marriage was now without his fear of coarse and comedic moments, and he proposed to Cher with several times before she finally said yes. Her condition for marriage was clear: she wanted to wait until she had obtained her degree. A simple question from Ron that altered your life for the better was, "Do you want to get married seriously?" There were no nose rings and no dramatic gestures, just a simple question. After 5 years of courting, Cheryl immediately answered yes, and they were married on June 7, 1975. It was the start of a voyage that would defy the odds. When Ron Foley thought back on their relationship, he said, "I feel incredibly lucky. We met when we were teenagers, which is strange because it shouldn't have worked. We got married young, which shouldn't have worked either. But it really and honestly has worked." Cher's supporters sent it far beyond just being the devoted wife. Ali Howard, who is frequently referred to as the silent force behind Run Tower's success, is more than just a supportive wife. She is a remarkable woman in her own right, and her influence on Ron's life and career cannot be overstated. Their love story, which started with a discussion about Cheryl's dog, evolved into a deep and enduring partnership. And Ali Howard, who appeared in her husband, one of a couple's most important choices was to relocate their family outside of Los Angeles' flash and glamour. The Howards chose a quieter life on the East Coast, where their farm in Connecticut became a haven of nature and simplicity, where their children could learn important life skills, work alongside their parents, and grow up with a strong sense of self. Cheryl recognized that raising their children in an environment dominated by the entertainment industry could be emotionally limiting. Ron and Cher teach their kids the value of perseverance, practical knowledge, and fiscal responsibility. Their dedication to upholding family values and their resolve to give the kids a nurturing atmosphere has paid off. 4 children make Ron Howard and Cheryl Ali proud parents. Royce twins Dallas Howard's son Reed, Paige Howard, and Caroline of Jocelyn Cross Royce Dallas Howard, the artist of their children, has followed in her father's footsteps and established herself in the entertainment industry as an actress and director. This rather Hollywood connections, the Howard chose not to endorse her children in the trappings of celebrity life. Instead, she instilled in them a strong work ethic and the value of independence. Her choice to maintain a low-key, grounded lifestyle has paid off. Her children have grown up to be principled citizens. About his children, Ron Howard expressed his pride in them, calling them a source of great happiness and fulfillment. The Howard family is still growing, and the children are now having children of their own. Ron and Cheryl's continuing love has opened a new chapter in their roles as grandparents for their grandchildren, especially boys' children. Rush's profession, for which he has garnered countless honors and accolades, has further enriched the lives of Beatrice Jean Howard Gable and Theodore Norman Tower Gable. Israel worked both in front of and behind the camera, but beyond the glitz and glamour lies a deeply personal and tomatoes journey that ran throughout his life in the early 1990s. When he was actively involved in the film industry, Howie Fern himself struggled with a severe cocaine addiction due to the long hours of work required of him and the constant demands placed on his personal life. Cobe adopted tip top tens as a coping technique for the stress and anxiety that came with his professional life. The turning point in Ron Howard's life occurred in 2001 when he was taken to the hospital for progressive cirrhosis, a condition primarily brought on by his excessive use of cocaine and alcohol. This near-death experience shook him to his core and forced him to face the devastating effects of his addiction after being released from the hospital. In order to overcome his different ailments and recover control over his life, Ron made a secret promise. He understood that he had come to a crossroads and that the decisions he made going forward would define his fate. Ron Howard's recovery process was difficult but ultimately transformative. He sought professional assistance by enrolling in a rehab facility to address his addiction issues. The facility gave him the support, counseling, and tools he needed to be free of cocaine and alcohol's hold on him. During this time in rehab, Ron also reconnected with his family, especially his wife Cheryl, who stood by his side throughout the difficult process with their love and commitments. Ron experienced another potentially fatal crisis in 2004 when he had a heart attack as a result of the physical stress that his years of drug misuse had put on his body. Iran's commitment to changing his life was once again tested as he underwent heart bypass surgery. He was a harsh reminder of the toll his addiction had placed on his body, even after the surgery was successful. Despite his efforts in overcoming addiction and recovering from heart surgery, Ron was given a second opportunity at life, and he was determined not to stress her aunt. As a result of this incident, he has since made a greater dedication to his health and well-being. The long-term effects of Ron's smoking habit continued to harm his health. He had stopped about 10 years previously, but the harm had already been done. After receiving a diagnosis of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, Ron's ability to breathe significantly decreased. On July 8, 2023, Treasury struck as Ron Howard was hospitalized in Las Vegas following an asthma attack while out for a picnic with his devoted wife Cheryl in Henderson, Nevada. His lungs, already weakened by COPD, struggled to give him the oxygen he needed to survive. COPD made it harder for him to breathe, limiting his physical activities and negatively affecting his quality of life overall. Ron Howard's condition deteriorates over the coming weeks, and on September 11, 2023, at his farm in Connecticut, surrounded by his family, he dies suddenly from cardiac arrest. His body had been beaten by years of addiction and disease. Thank you